Okay, where did we left off? Oh, great. She's doing the work for me. Talk about task allocation. Rochelle sighed in relief as she offered an encouraging thumbs up to the board, who all offered their own shaky ones. Well, I don't definitely think we should either. Great, awesome, splendid, terrific, Baba Booey 2, Electric Boogaloo. So, see you tomorrow at 16? Lori squinted, thinking she said yes. Or thinking where she fucks up already. Yes! Perfect! I love you! See you! Rochelle screamed and hung up the phone, the two breathing heavily as they adjusted their brains. Tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm on a date with my best friend. Slowly, they analyzed how well they did on the call, and both came to the same conclusion. I'm an ace at ask it out shit! They cried out with happy smiles. Suddenly, the doors opened to their rooms, while Frank and assistant coach Shan popped their heads in. Uh-oh, this was the part they feared the most. It was one thing to talk about this with their hallucinations, or with close friends, but parental figures? That's a whole nother ballgame. So I did there, ballgame, because of the baseball show? That's clever. I'm clever. Now, where was I? Yes, the story. So yeah, Lori and Rochelle were not exactly looking forward to this. Hey Rochelle, Frank started, peeking inside, hoping he wasn't overstepping. Was he allowed to look inside her room, or did he have to get through the wedding first? Sorry if I'm interrupting anything, it's just, well, ears of a hawk and all. Your mother happened to overhear a few interesting words, and well, a tiny yelp from a nudge, he's just warning that as I wondering if anything is up. He tried on an uncomfortable. The kind that was either holding in a gasp or an extension of the scream of pure agony as he leaned in on the doorway. In a pathetic attempt to look cool. Rochelle couldn't see him, of course, but Francis was shaking his head at his posture, muttering how wrong it all was. She was a little too busy holding back her board of directors that kept shouting at her to involve Frank, as he would have known better how to handle this anything. Oh, what? Not at all, Mr. Brown. Why, this is the most normal and uneventful thing I've ever experienced. Ray could tell Rochelle was lying, not because of his own vision caught her sweating, shaking, and twitching all at once. Her phone still situated in the contact card for Lori. However, Frank also knew that it wasn't his place to interrogate Rochelle, not unless he wanted to risk the chances of her new Wow, that was so hard for her to finish that even the all-seeing omniscient reader can't finish her thought. Dang. Well, I see that everything's hunky-dory over here. I'll just go over there and think of something to do, Frank declared with a finger pointing up, turning around and waddling away from the scene of the crime, a confused Vanessa yelping, waving awkwardly, then following him. Rochelle sighed, flopping back onto her bed and staring at her phone gallery. A selfie of her and Lori being silly with the object of her attention. So dumb. Just this morning we were normal. Now suddenly I can't stop thinking about that one weird moment. Why can't things go back to the way they were? Meanwhile, with Lori... Oh, hi, Dad. I didn't expect you to arrive at such short notice, Lori stammered, eating on nothing and just falling on the floor with a thud. Dan, helping her up, seemed a tad nervous as he scratched the back of his head. Hey, sweetie, I couldn't help but overhear you talking to Seeley yourself. Is this what blob hallucination you told me about? Yes, gently, hoping it wasn't bringing up any painful memories. I exist! I have rights! Notice me! Sweaty screamed, but Lori swatted her away. No, it's a different one. But also, I was talking to Roshi, is all. Great. That's not weird. Ted tried his best, but Deep down, he was hoping to finally reach a therapist for her. One hallucinating one thing, but who didn't have those? But two. Cool, Larry declared happily. She suddenly realized he needed a favor from her dad. Gearing up for courage, only felt her knees wobble 3 times and got the picture request. So, Dad, I'm gonna need you to keep Mom distracted for tomorrow. It's say 16 to about 18? Slightly taken aback, he wasn't talking about his ex-wife. Dad tried to keep inflating a little. Oh, I suppose I could try to do that, Cam. Yeah. But I'm not over 7. We're kind of divorced, separated, apart, different, distant of 2 worlds, cut in the middle. Friends with no benefits, exes. 2 whole islands are drifting apart in a tapioca sea. A silence emerged between them. What I'm saying is that it would be seriously awkward, so, why? Coach Dan asked for, already looking like a balding middle-aged balloon going through cancer diagnosis. Lori bit her lip, now feeling a bit guilty, forcing her parents to feel like crap while she tried to figure out her confusing feelings. The rest of you felt like a bad fanfiction plot. Maybe if she downplayed it would be easier for him. Oh, it's nothing. Totally not a big deal. Totally, Dan agreed. Happy it wasn't. Smallest deal ever, Lori added, pumping her fist. So small. Really enjoyed how lucky this felt. It had to be nothing. Like, she's losing next week. Hoping sophomore who really hook him. Nah. Dan was now tapping his chin in thought, looking far less calm. That's not very small, actually. That's our fiercest rivals. Remember the stat sheet? I can get it out. It's right here somewhere. Oh, wow. This needs to be washed. And fishing through his laundry as Lori realized she fucked up, so came out of the pan. Look! It's just Roshi and I are hanging out at Mom's area, and I just need you to form a distraction. Dan froze, eyes narrow as he examined his kid, who began to shake and shiver like a ball of jello. Joe fucking Rodriguez! Why didn't you say so? He smiled cheerfully, patting her on the head, which made her feel so much better already that melted into the touchable of it. You made such a big deal out of it. I thought it was like a date. Lori turned red, so red that it could have been the title of a movie of her producing studio. So, you may have thought, right? Dan said nothing for a moment, then blew up a lot. Don't freak out, Lori pleaded, staring through her fingers. Little lips, Dan breathed out, honey, I totally support your choices, and especially your orientation and or curiosity. I'm also this close to getting a heart attack. You were walking your first steps just yesterday. What do you mean first date? What do you mean first date? What happened to my baby? He got Moxie, who's strong. Lori decided to give her dad a pat on the back, the air slowly coming out of him. Dad, it's complicated, okay? Don't even know if it is a date. Just had a weird moment with Roshi, and I guess we're just figuring out our game strategy? Dan afforded a grateful little smile. Appreciate you can use a ball term that helped. Bereft. Of course. Getting back to the world, Dan sat with Lori on the motel bed and stroked her hair, which made her curl up like a cat. So, you like Roshi? Maybe. I honestly don't know. I just felt something today. Something really nice. It was my usual boom, but it wasn't scary. Does that make sense? She asked, with those big eyes that needed him so much. Dan's watery smile said it all. He ruffled her hair and blinked to say yes. Lori sighed and leaned in on her further. I know it's asking a lot. Just keep Mom away so I can have a little embarrassment as possible. I mean, this goes nowhere. I just want to get this through Disaster 3. Your wish is my command, sweetie. Won't be easy, I won't lie to you. Well, I'll give it the space you need. Just, he began, uncertain and scared. Just promise me you won't get hurt. Lori nodded, feeling calmer. It's Roshi, Dad. Even if it's not meant to be, she never hurt me. Dan breathed out decisively. True that. Lifting his phone, his eyes twinkled. Want to order pizza and watch a dumb movie to get our minds off of it, though? Laurie lifted the two fists in the air. Werewolf Librarian 3! Werewolf Librarian 3! Sid chuckled and nodded. Oh, you got it, champ. Laurie settled into the bed. She and Moxie shared pleasant smiles, feeling more and more confident. Things were actually going well. She was communicating with Chad. She managed to ask Rochelle out. Maybe it could work out. I hope things never go back the way they were, she admitted to herself, grinning as she imagined Rochelle's pretty, smile, constant, charming self. Not by anyone else. She was gonna riz her socks off. Next time, Laurie or Rochelle text each other about the date, and yada yada yada. You got the idea. No, that's it. Don't think two feelings, featuring even more hallucinations. You get the idea.